Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So let's talk Apple Watch. I have been on the fence about getting the new Apple Watch Ultra. Yes, I know the Apple Watch Ultra has been out for quite a few months, but I am still on the fence about it, and it seems like a very excellent watch. But the reason to get an Apple Watch Ultra is probably the same reason as to not get an Apple Watch if you already have one. But let's back it up a little bit with a little bit of my history and my wife's history with the Apple Watch. So my wife and I originally got the Apple Watch when it had first came out many years ago. She got the 38mm aluminum version with the Ion X glass first, and then she immediately returned it to get the 42mm with stainless. I had started out by getting the 42mm stainless. I had picked it up a long time ago at Best Buy Open Box for, it was more than half off at the time, and I couldn't pass it up. From there, my wife moved up to a Series 4 in the 40mm stainless steel, and that is what she currently uses today. I had went up to the Series 3 stainless and then up to the Series 6 stainless right here, which is what I am currently using right now. So that leads us up to two questions that you might or might not have. Is the Apple Watch stainless steel or titanium version of the Apple Watch Ultra worth it? And the long and short of that is I would say yes, absolutely. And yes, the Apple Watch Ultra is expensive, but years ago, the stainless steel version of the Apple Watch, depending on the band you got, was actually more expensive than the current version you have now. And with the titanium Apple Watch Ultra, you get a bigger display and bigger battery, which means a much longer battery life, about twice as long as the regular Apple Watches. That alone, to have that better battery life, is probably worth it all on its own. So the biggest reason to get a stainless steel or a titanium version in the Apple Watch Ultra is going to be that sapphire crystal glass. We use our watches day in and day out, and we use them pretty much for everything we do, whether or not we are working on the car, working around the house, or just doing some overall yard work. We will have our Apple Watches on, and we've scraped them up against ladders, up against door frames, even on the cement or up against the car. It does happen, but the watches still look brand new, especially the watch face. That sapphire crystal glass and that scratch resistance is pretty darn good. We have not been able to scratch ours, and it's not that we're trying, but we definitely just use them and they get banged up pretty good. So yes, that sapphire crystal glass is definitely worth it for the stainless and the titanium version of the Apple Watch. So the other question is, why aren't you getting one? So from the Apple Watch original even to the current, they all are fundamentally the same. I would say from Series 4 on up, they just got much faster and very much so usable to use them as a watch. So if you're thinking about even getting the SE version to the most expensive Apple Watch stainless steel version with a very nice band, they will essentially do the same thing. But what you currently have are more health improvements / features, and you've got a bigger battery life and bigger display on that Apple Watch Ultra. So that leads me back to the first point is, well, it's the fit and finish and how great the watch actually is usable and how great the watch looks. Again, the watch looks brand new because of that stainless steel and the sapphire crystal display, and it's very much so usable. It's quick. It's still quick. My wife's Series 4 is still quick compared now even to the Series 8, and hers still looks very much so brand new. But here's the thing, if you've never had an Apple Watch, or you are thinking about upgrading your aluminum version, or you have a Series 3 or older, I would definitively get a version with the sapphire crystal glass. Now, it doesn't have to be the new Series 8 stainless steel with sapphire crystal or the Apple Watch Ultra. If you got a good deal on a 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 with that sapphire crystal glass, and I would definitively say go for it. What you're gaining in the Series 5 on up is that always on display, but what you gain in the Series 4 on up is just a quicker, more responsive watch. Hey, before I end this video, I just wanted to bring up one more thing. A good friend of mine, his name is Kevin. He just recently picked up an Apple Watch and he's been doing very, very well with the activity rings and closing all of his activity rings. And he's just been going after it, already losing quite a bit of weight. Hopefully this video helped out your Apple Watch decision making needs. And if it did, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. And thank you very much for watching.